Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Nastasia and I am stressed out. I wanted to come on here and just give you like a life update because I've had people ask me for those in the past and I always thought my life is really boring. Why would you want an update? And I still think that. But at least I have things to update you on. So grab your drink of choice, grab your snack of choice, hunker down. Let's get into what's happening in my life. If you end up liking this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on a video every time I post. My Instagram is right here. And yeah, let's do this thing. Alright, so I'm getting married in, oh gosh, what is it now? I think it's like 24 days. So very, very soon, which is extremely exciting. It's also extremely stressful. There is so much left to do, even though I've gotten pretty much all the, I have all the big stuff done, but like, I just maybe found a florist for my bouquet yesterday. Maybe. And we still have to, like, we're doing a front yard wedding, like reception, so we're gonna have to decorate everything. What I have done, if you're interested at all, is I sent out the invites. I had my bridal shower. We have the catering all booked. We have, you know, the ceremony space booked, and we're doing the reception in Kai's parents' front yard. And we have like the cake and everything kind of ordered. My dress is done. I just have to go pick it up from Final Alterations. Kai's suit and stuff is ordered and done. We got Kai's wedding band. But I ordered my wedding band for my ring and I'm really hoping it comes in time. I made the guy guarantee me that it will come in time, but we got my ring off of Etsy. It's a very interesting shape. I don't even know if it's gonna focus, but it's a very interesting shape. It's not just like a circle and it's not just a square. It's kind of like a diamond. So I needed a band that would also go around like that. And so we got the band from the same guy who made the engagement ring. And so he has to customize it to fit my ring, which is great, but takes a little bit longer. And I'm just like, please come in time. The videographer and everything is booked. Our photographer, which is my best friend Drew, she's doing it. That's booked. Most things are paid for already. We still have some things, but I really wanted to get the bulk of all the payments done before the wedding. Our honeymoon is booked. We had to redo it like twice. We were originally gonna go to the Dominican Republic, but what was it, back in like October, November or something, we were like, you know what, we have no idea what's gonna happen and we don't want to take the risk of losing our entire honeymoon, all that money, and not being able to go anywhere because of travel restrictions and stuff. So I'm glad we did, because I think there will be travel restrictions starting in April to the DR and stuff like that. And it would have had to do with flights and everything. So we just decided we are doing a more low-key. We were able to cancel the reservation, thankfully, after a long amount of pain and struggle. So we didn't lose any money or anything, but we booked a more low-key, still beach honeymoon that we're just gonna drive to, so that'll be nice. We're gonna be gone for, I think it's like a total of 2 weeks, but we're gonna be only at the beach for like 10 days, and then we're coming back and just having some days to relax before going back to work. And what else do I have to update you on? If my room looks messy, it's because it's atrocious right now. That's just the good part of the room. Because the other update is that I am moving this weekend. Originally we were gonna have Kai move into the apartment first that we got, and me move in after the wedding, but instead we swapped it. So I'm moving in first and he's moving in after the wedding. Because we realized I have like 90% of all of our furniture and everything, all the dishes, all that, that we would need in the apartment. And so it just made more sense for me to move in rather than him move in and live in an empty apartment for a month. So I'm moving in 2 days. It's Thursday right now. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. And I'm moving in on Saturday. So I have been trying to pack and get everything done to move. I rented a U-Haul and stuff. But this keeps getting better and better and better. Along with the stress of everything else, I took my car in to get it checked out yesterday because it was kind of smelling like it was burning a little bit. So I took it in, found out it needs a $2,500 repair to the turbo, meaning getting a whole new turbo basically, and all the lines or whatever that connect to it. I don't even know anything about cars because my oil is leaking into my turbo, I guess. That might sound stupid. I might be saying that wrong. I don't know. Apparently that is that. And also, I guess I had a nail in my tire for like the past month, and it was only at like 16 pounds of air in that tire when it should be at 32. So that was good. And then so I took it then to the tire place to get that patched up, and they're like, yeah, so this tire other than the nail is actually pretty good, which makes sense. I got a new tire last year because I also got a nail in that same tire last year. And they're like, but your other 3 tires are legally bald, so you like have to get new tires. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh, yesterday was a long day. So needless to say, I haven't gotten much packing done. I am running out of money. No, I'm okay. I mean, we're okay, but it is stressful because we're trying to pay off the rest of the wedding. And, you know, we just got the apartment, so like rent and stuff is due in like 5 days. So all of that, and then now all this auto stuff. Thankfully, we can put off the $2,500 payment at least like 2 months because it's not that bad yet. Not that you really care. I'm just updating you. But yeah, it's kind of like when it rains, it pours, you know? I'm not gonna say there isn't any spiritual warfare in this because I kind of feel like there is. I've been very stressed. Not to mention, I feel like because my life is kind of out of control right now, I haven't been able to post on here as much as I want to, which I'm praying and hoping, and I really think that once I even move into the apartment in a few days, it will be easier because I'll have more of a routine and I'll have my own space and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it'll make it easier to film more often. But also on top of all that, I do have a full-time job too. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not slacking or missing any, you know, dropping any balls in that or anything. So that's kind of stressful. This whole video is just me venting to you basically. No, but there is some good, but I just wanted to like encourage you guys that like, if you're about to get married or if you know you're gonna get married sometime in the future, remember that, a couple things. Remember that there is a good chance a lot of crap is gonna hit the fan right before your wedding. And I don't even mean in your relationship, I just mean in your life. You know, with moving or with car problems or with, you know, money or anything. Just keep in mind that things will probably hit the fan and you need to keep your focus on what's important, which is God, your future hubby, you know, the best parts and the most important parts. Also keep in mind, you will always have these unexpected expenses. Try to have as much money aside as possible, or at least have good enough credit that you could put these unexpected things on a credit card and pay them off over the course of a couple months, because it's so important. If we didn't have money aside and didn't have credit cards, I don't actually know what we would do with all this stuff. Which the wedding, we're not putting anything on a credit card. We are literally paying it all off before the wedding itself. But when it comes to car stuff, if you just have to pull $2,500 out of your butt someday, like, you want to be prepared for that because that stuff does happen. The other thing I want to remind you of is remember the things that don't really matter that you are stressing about. Like, I was talking to Kai on the phone last night, freaking out because I was like, I am overwhelmed. And, you know, he was like, okay, is there anything in the wedding we still have to do that we could cut? One, for my sanity, and two, for money. And I was like, I mean, we can cut like draping and stuff. And he's like, okay, we'll just do stringlets, no draping in the tent. And it's like, sure, it would look prettier with the draping, with the fabric, but that's like $100, $200 that we can save when it's just a few hours of just fabric hanging from the ceiling. And yes, it would be beautiful, and yes, you know, it would look great, but it's not the most important thing. And at the end of the day, it is fabric, and you know, it's not like there isn't anything to decorate. So like, you have to remember what's important, and don't die on every hill, and don't lose your head over every little thing. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, I can't even tell you how many things have tried to work against me for this wedding, and that's why I keep saying, I'm not saying it isn't spiritual warfare, because I know things like this just happen naturally too in life, but also, like, the enemy hates when people who love Jesus are getting married to each other and making that covenant between each other and the Lord. He hates that. So if he can't stop that, if God won't allow that to be stopped, then he's gonna do everything he can to try to like get to you, and you lose your focus off of the Lord and off of what's important and your marriage. So like, for instance, one of my bridesmaids, she didn't order her dress in time, and we were stressed that it wasn't gonna come in time. And so, but I was like, you know what? I could be upset about this, I could be sad, I could be stressed, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. I'm just gonna choose not to. And guess what? It came 3 weeks earlier than we thought it would. And then another one of my bridesmaids, she didn't order her dress at all and had to find a used one online. And, you know, I could be stressed about that, but I'm choosing not to, because it doesn't matter. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if I am married to the love of my life before God and our family and the state, then that's what matters to me. And so it's like things like that, or, you know, the idea that we're getting married middle to end of March. So if that's the case, it might rain, it might snow, it might be hot, it might be blooming, it might be freaking soaking wet, whatever. I'm just choosing not to stress, because what's the point? You know, literally, what is the point? My bridal shower, probably half the people who said they were gonna come just didn't show up. And, you know, again, I could be mad about that, I could be sad about that, but I decided to just embrace the people that did show up and be so grateful. And, you know, remember that it's a day. It's already passed, it's a day. What's the point of me taking any of that time to be upset? So like, if that stuff happens, you know, whatever happens, don't trip over it, you know? Like, I am overwhelmed, I am stressed, but I'm choosing to, like, even if I allowed myself to be stressed for a little bit, like I allowed myself to be overwhelmed last night, but now I woke up, it's a new day, and I'm trying to focus on what is important. I don't think people really fully grasp the idea that, like, or they don't take it seriously when somebody's really stressed about like a wedding or stuff like that, and it's like, they're like, well, it's a good thing, you shouldn't be stressed about a good thing. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of really good, happy things all happening at the same time. So it's a lot, and it's great, and it's amazing, but like, it is okay to, like, you're validated in feeling overwhelmed, but I just want to encourage you, like, try to focus on the higher thing, try to focus on the Lord, the things above. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm hoping to have some new videos next week, probably in my new apartment. Hopefully I get it all settled in quickly and decorated quickly so that I can do an apartment tour for you guys. I kind of want to wait till it's all nice and pretty before I show you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little venting session and my update on my life. Thanks for sticking around. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.